If you plan on visiting the Phoenix area and you love sweets as much as I do, you're gonna love this video. I'm going to tell you about my favorite sweet things that I ate during my week of vacation, as well as recommendations of places that I didn't get to that I plan on visiting next time. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. It's so great to have you today. Even if you aren't planning a trip to Phoenix and you love sweets, you might like this video. I just love talking about food. My husband says I'm a foodie. I don't know if I really deserve that title, but I sure do enjoy eating good food. And I especially enjoy good desserts, and I think they are harder to come by. I'm going to start with ice cream, and I really could narrow it down to one. So I'm going to mention two. Kind of the runner-up would be Churn. Now, I mentioned in my food video, this is right next door to a really great burger place called Windsor. We went over to Churn afterwards, and it's just a really cool spot. They've got a lot of really great old-fashioned candy. They had Razzles, which, you know, first is a candy, then is a gum. I love Razzles. Look bars, which is something my mom used to get when I was a kid. And they just had all kinds of really vintage candies. And it was just fun to be in there. They have an excellent selection of sundaes and shakes. My husband got the strawberry shortcake sundae, and he loved it. I'm not sure if I have a photo for that, but I took a photo of mine, which was the s'mores sundae, and it was delicious. It had a homemade marshmallow on top that was charred, and the ice cream was very creamy and delicious. My number one ice cream place was Novel, and it's in a really cool downtown area. There's a lot of art galleries, and there's murals on the walls. And Novel itself is an outdoor area. There's nowhere to sit inside. You walk up to a little stand to order. It's really quirky. It's got a lot of bright colors and tables and chairs where you can sit outside. It wasn't too hot, but we were actually heading somewhere else, so it was a quick stop. They make all of their ice cream in-house, and they have a really interesting flavors. And two of the things that are their specialties, one is called the Leslie Knope, and it is a waffle sandwich. So 2 waffles with ice cream in the middle. The other one is their dough melt, and that's what I had. It is basically like a dough bun, like, you know, when you get a jelly donut and it's filled with jelly. So it's that shape. They split it open, put your ice cream inside, and they grill it really quick so the glaze begins to melt and kind of crystallize. It was so good. I had my dough melt filled with Fat Elvis, and this is a peanut butter ice cream with honey glazed banana and bacon. It's one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. It was so tasty. You also get a topping. I chose Reese's Puffs, like the Reese's peanut butter cereal. She recommended that as a good combination. I actually didn't love the puffs so much, so after a bite, I just kind of pushed those to the side. The ice cream and the donut were just incredible. Great combination. Oh, and I forgot to mention, $5. I felt like I was robbing them. Anyway, great ice cream for a really good price. Number 2, Best Cookie. And actually I have 2 again, but they came from the same place. And this was a sandwich shop that we went to called Saks. And this is mentioned in my food video as well. But they serve every sandwich with a mini chocolate chip cookie, which I just love that. It's just such a nice little touch. And the cookie is so good. And when we left, they gave us a container of their cookie dough. And they said that they now sell it in supermarkets in the area. I wish it was available locally. It had great clean ingredients and the best pre-made cookie dough I've ever had. After we left Phoenix, we went to Flagstaff and stayed 3 nights in an Airbnb there, and every single night we made cookies. And then our dough, like the next day when we were leaving, we were going to the Grand Canyon and not coming back to the Airbnb. So we didn't really have a cooler, but we had a small insulated pouch, and we made sure we had ice. And throughout the day, we're like, how's the cookie dough? Does it need more ice? So it was our little treasure that we were taking good care of. Now, also at Saks, wouldn't even say it's my second choice. It would probably go above the chocolate chip cookie only because it was different. It was a little more unusual. Let me get the proper name for you. The El Jefe Super Double Chocolate S'mores Cookie. And it was divine. It was huge for one thing. And it was stuffed with marshmallow. And when I've had cookies before that have marshmallow, either the marshmallow seems to melt out and become kind of weird, disappear, or it's hard. It's like a regular marshmallow. And this one it wasn't too goopy. It was like the perfect texture. So when you bit into it, just the marshmallow kind of stretched out, and the flavor was incredible. So top cookies in Phoenix. Next is Best Atmosphere, and this goes to Rue's Bakery. I believe this was in Scottsdale, but Phoenix area, and the bakery was just lovely. Very beautiful, white and gold, marble, just clean. It was just lovely to walk in there. You just felt like you were in an upscale bakery. And the food looks incredible. They have cupcakes, which I did not try. Honestly, the day that I went, we had eaten so much, and I just felt like I can't stuff another thing in my mouth, but I really wanted to try their macarons. That is their specialty, and I love them. I especially love them chilled, but they had a great selection. And so it was like this beautiful rainbow of macarons. And I believe I got a 6-pack. Every flavor was outstanding. And I had to pass the cupcake, but the atmosphere was really delightful. A lovely spot to sit and have a sweet treat and a coffee and enjoy conversation with a friend. Next is a sweet breakfast. And the award for best cinnamon roll goes to Sassy's. It's a breakfast place. I think they serve lunch as well, but they have quite an extensive bakery. Again, tons of cupcakes that I did not try. I mean, that's very weird for me, but there was just so much food in this city. We went for breakfast right before going on a river excursion. And so we filled up. I had quiche. My husband had this amazing platter of, it was like hash browns piled up and eggs and bacon and cheese. And it was huge and really good. The cinnamon roll was delicious. Just a very classic cinnamon roll, buttery and soft with a great glaze on top. We did get a couple of cookies to go for our lunch on the river. And I believe I had a peanut butter chocolate and a lemon, and they were both very good. Now, just touching back to ice cream, I will give an honorable mention to Fatty Daddy's. And it's a cute little shop. They make all of their own gelato and sorbet. They're known for their sundaes, which include an unfilled macaron and a homemade marshmallow that's toasted. And my husband and I shared one of the sundaes. It was really good. The only reason I'm giving it the honorable mention is the macaron tasted a little stale to me. And I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. It definitely could have been an oversight, and they've gotten really great reviews, and the ice cream was very good, and so was the marshmallow. So I would still put it on your list to try. If you saw my previous video on how to plan for a peaceful vacation, you know that I overplan. I research a lot, and I have a lot of extra places that we either want to go to, places where we want to eat, and we just can't get to them all. But I did want to share some of my research with you. These are places I did not get to. So if I have a photo, it came directly from their website. And these are places that I would absolutely try when I go back to Phoenix. The first one is rollover donuts, homemade from scratch brioche donuts. Next is shakes and cones, and this is all soft serve ice cream. Stand burgers. I heard their burgers are good, but what really got me was a banana shake. My husband and I, when we were dating, would eat chocolate banana shakes wherever we went. And so I really did want to try one, but we just couldn't get there. Liberty Market is known for their pastries, a definite try next time. Also, Sweet Republic, which is an ice cream shop that has 3 locations. And they have really amazing sundaes and a pretty extensive menu for ice cream. Butters is a breakfast place, and it's recommended for their pancakes. They also have gluten-free pancakes, and they have Swedish pancakes, which are like crepes. Those are some of my favorites. I make those at home, and I love to try them when I go out. Proof Cantina is in the Four Seasons Resort. And I cannot tell you how hard we tried to get here. By the last day, it's like, is there any way we can get to Proof? And it just would have been really out of our way, and we just didn't make it. But they have a pretty amazing menu of food and desserts. They have a breakfast cereal milkshake that looked amazing, and homemade pretzel bites with dipping sauces, and they just looked gooey and yummy. I really wanted to try those pretzel bites. Next is the Mission for its Mexican food, but on their dessert menu were espresso, I always want to say espresso, churros, and a pumpkin bread pudding. And the bread pudding to me looked like sticky toffee pudding. If you've ever had that, it's British. It's so amazing. It has like a caramel sauce and cream. And I would definitely try that. Lastly is Le Grand Orange. And it is a grocery store, a bakery, a restaurant. They have homemade pizza there, pastries, and a pretty good vegan menu as well. So those are the places I'll try next time. So I hope that does a little bit of the footwork for you. That if you're in the Phoenix area, you can just write down some of these ideas and try them out. Thank you so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. Have a great day.